Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Meg Moonbeam and Sunny from Pluto YouTube and Rumble channels. I'm here with my best friend, Sunny. How's it going?
Hi, it's going.
It's going.
What about you?
Good. We just last minute decided to do this together.
Yes, we did.
Usually I do my lunation reports on my own, on me lonesome, but you know, it's a little bit different. This is a full moon in Libra we are talking about, which is the sign that rules partnerships and relationships. So why not get more than one view? Why not do this together as partners that we are?
It's cool.
So hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. Today, we're going to be getting into what this full moon in Libra means for the whole collective and each of the 12 sun, moon, and rising signs. Before we get into the astrology, just want to mention a couple things. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our Meg Moonbeam and Sunny from Pluto channels. We greatly appreciate all of your support. If you have not subscribed to Sunny's channel yet, oh, where is it? Where the heck is it? One sec. Here it is. You can go check that out, Sunny from Pluto YouTube channel. And Sunny, can you talk about what you recently just started, your new vibe check show?
Yeah. So I started what Meg just said, a new weekly show on Tuesdays called Vibe Check, where we hang out and I channel the vibes of the week, what's going on for the collective, some common themes and feelings that we all share and how to work with it. Also channeled crystals that can help us throughout the week or during the time period of the vibe check and pulling tarot cards. And also I have a segment at the end where I answer questions. So if anybody's been feeling a certain way throughout the week and has a question that they want to ask during vibe check, that's the perfect time. And yeah, like I said in vibe check, I am kind of out of the loop with a lot of things going on in the world. So what I'm doing is really just channeling and not actually knowing like the facts. So it's really interesting to see what comes out because I don't really have a bias other than like my personal values, which would be like more libertarian. But yeah, I try not to like really have a bias when it comes to those things, the world events.
Yep. Tim says, love the vibe check. We love the vibe check. And if you guys are seeing Sunny for the first time, she is my best friend and creative partner in many different ways. We've known each other since high school and we have a very interesting journey together. We work together with the Scorpio shop and musically and in a lot of different ways. And Sunny is an amazing Scorpio, moon, and Aquarius psychic and intuitive tarot reader and crystal priestess. So if you're ever looking for a tarot or intuitive reading, go check out Sunny's links. I've put that in the description box of this video.
I'm thinking of adding a new service to my tarot readings for people who need something quick and fast and maybe don't have time to sit down for an hour and that's maybe cheaper. I was thinking of maybe adding a yes or no question delivered within 24 hours.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that's a good idea.
I think people would like that. Sometimes people just have like one question that they want to get an answer for. Sunny's super psychic. It's very freaky. A lot of the times I will say something or do something. This happens on a regular basis and Sunny already knows everything that I'm going to say and do.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. You're like the most psychic person I've known in my life.
True.
That is true. You and Sandy Duncan. That is true. So yeah, go check out Sunny's links.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I should be saying yes, book with me. I'm so psychic.
And guess what? Libra rules compliments.
Oh, okay.
In astrology. So accept the compliments.
Thank you.
Also, we just put out over on the scorpionshop.com our new Cosmic Alignment Astro Calendar. This is an annual calendar starting on the natural new year of the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere. It's over 97 pages long of Sunny's amazing astrological graphic art, my forecasting and predictions for the whole year ahead, written out transits. So 2 days left of our 10% off discount code. You can use discount code New Year until the end of the day, tomorrow, March 31st. And we've got a physical copy this year. So thank you so much to we've sold a lot of calendars so far.
Yes, thank you very much.
We're very grateful for all of you supporting us as intuitive creatives that we are. So thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
So, okay, Sunny, let's do just little vibe check moment before we get into the chart of the full moon. How are we feeling now that we're in the portal of this full moon? It's exact on Wednesday, April 1st at 10:11 p.m. Eastern time. How are we feeling? Full moon in Libra.
The degree is 12 degrees full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just getting kind of the feeling now, and I don't really exactly know all the aspects that are happening. Well, like we have it written down in our calendar, but I mean, I don't know what your channeling or how you decipher all this is, but I have a feeling, vibe check, that something kind of unexpected or weird is like, I feel like people are kind of losing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm definitely losing it a little bit, but I'm trying to keep it together.
You're feeling what other people are feeling in terms of feeling like you're losing it.
No, I'm definitely
You feel
losing it.
Okay.
A little bit.
But
I know that it's just a phase because there's these things that are coming up to the surface that need to be healed from because of relationships.
Okay.
Because of karmic relationships.
Okay.
I think people are gonna lose their handle on maybe their emotions or how they act out emotionally. Maybe if some people have been reserved or been more controlled over their emotions lately, that might kind of take a turn, or it might be extremely difficult to control our emotions this week.
Okay.
And maybe some people might say something, do something, or unexpected visitors, unexpected, just something, just kind of, there's a strangeness to this full moon. I feel like which is funny because Libra is very harmonious and like people pleasing, kind of like in a way where they just want everybody to get along and be happy and things to feel good and to make sense and to flow. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just me going a little bit nuts and reading too deep into things, but
I don't think you're wrong at all because
it's karmic relationships.
Yes. And to just bring up the chart just to show us all. So full moon in Libra, disposited by Venus at home in Taurus, actually going to be double Taurus in Taurus at a Taurus degree, but square Pluto. So we're leading up to exact Venus square Pluto on Friday, and Venus is the dispositor of not only this full moon exact on Wednesday, but Uranus at the end of Taurus right now.
Yeah, I knew it had something to do with Uranus, but okay.
So it is unstable, exactly what you're saying. Weird. I'm noticing, I don't feel like I'm losing it personally, but I am noticing others around me kind of almost losing it, or things are coming to a head.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Maybe I'm not losing it. It's just like a lot's coming to the surface.
A lot's coming up.
A lot of information coming up. And also observing, like, also just, I don't know. I also have my Saturn in Pisces, which I think makes me a little bit kind of crazy, but there's just a lot of, I think, weird things happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And surprises, shocks, Uranus and surprises. That's why I wanted to see the degrees of the moon, because I didn't know if it had something to do with making an aspect to Uranus, but then I remembered that it's not.
And as of April 6th, starting on April 6th, so right after this full moon portal, Uranus goes into 29 degrees Taurus. So that last critical degree from April 6th to April 25th.
It's not going to be feeling stable at all.
No.
It's the critical degrees, the last phase, the last month. Or when does it go into Gemini next month?
On April 25th.
Okay, so we have a few more weeks. Yeah, so it's going to feel a little bit cuckoo,
crazy. Yeah, this is definitely, it's interesting because we're in Aries season. We've got a stellium of planets in Aries, and we're actually leading up to from April 15th to 17th, 7 planets are going to be in Aries together. So there's a lot of Aries, which is actually good. It's confidence building. We're moving forward. We're getting our mojo back. We're feeling energized. We're full steam ahead. But, Libra is the opposite sign of Aries, and it's our annual full moon in Libra during Uranus at the end of Taurus, disposited by Venus, the ruler of this full moon. And this full moon is square Jupiter, making everything bigger
and more emotional because it's in Cancer.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So where is the foundation in our relationships? Where are we at emotionally with our relationships? impulsivity. There can be a lot of people actually going through breakups or deciding to divorce. But there can also be, even if you're in a healthy relationship, anything that is not serving or toxic or an unhealthy pattern, with that Venus square Pluto really coming up to the surface to be dealt with.
Yeah. A lot of serious, probably, conversations and things going on in relationships, or even maybe furthering your commitments with people or recommitting, depending, like what you said, if there's things that aren't working anymore. There's a lot going on in the cosmos, that's for sure.
There's a lot going on, and not just this full moon, but solar activity like crazy. This is a X post from Stefan Burns, who says a 1.15 X flare exploded from sunspot 4405, launched a gigantic coronal mass ejection into space, which will impact Earth and our surrounding space environment right around April 1st, the day of the full moon. And it's April Fool's Day. So yeah, the astrology is helpful because this full moon, it's quite dramatic, actually. Can be dramatic in our personal lives, definitely bringing up a lot in our personal relationships. And also Libra is not just relationships, in particular love, best friends, work partnerships, people that you're contracted to, like a client or somebody that you're the client of. But Libra is also our contracts, our obligations, responsibilities, along with Saturn. Saturn is exalted in Libra. I actually really like that Saturn is sextile Pluto, still very strong to the degree, because Saturn's exalted in Libra. So Saturn likes when there's a full moon in Libra, and Saturn and Libra rule karma. We'll get to that in a second. But it's also court cases, justice, right? Geopolitically, Libra is one of the signs that rules politics and allies and, geopolitics. So I think we're going to see huge geopolitical changes with this Libra full moon, not just in the portal, the 3 days before and after, but actually in particular for the whole next month period, having to do with global allies, countries, where are we moving forward with war, for example. There's a lot of talk of war. There's a lot of talk of new allies being formed, agreements finishing. There's going to be a lot of geopolitical agreements finishing, new ones maybe being written up as well. So this is a lot.
It is a lot
going on.
Yeah. And definitely with all the Aries stuff, it's like it's happening fast. It's happening now, and people might be a little bit, like we said, impulsive.
Yeah.
Or not think before they do something because, they're revved up emotionally, something very deep within them. It's all being bigger because of, Jupiter in Cancer. Yeah, even though Libra is like not really an emotional sign, I think that there's just a lot of other aspects that are like, the moon is our emotions in our soul and how we feel comfortable.
Jupiter.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think it's just going to make everything that we're feeling inside a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, not everybody, but some people, because Libra is also balanced. So there's going to be a balance of some people being able to just to handle it, to let the waves come and be like, okay, I'm feeling like this. This is a lot, but I can do this. Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be other people that won't be able to handle it on their own and will act out.
Yeah.
So it's very important to be aware of your emotions and what you're feeling and what's coming up and who you're sharing with, or who you're connecting with, or who's in your life.
Yeah.
It's about relationships, right?
Very much about relationships. And Libra rules karma.
Yeah.
Along with Saturn and Capricorn. And I've been feeling this so strong for the past week. Sorry if I sound like a broken record for anybody out there on our membership on megmoonbeam.com, but I have just my intuitive side. I've been feeling so strong that there's something or multiple things coming up with this Libra full moon around karmic justice. To me, it feels like there's going to be something or maybe multiple things in the collective where maybe we actually see a justice being served that we've been waiting for, or that gets talked about by somebody very prominent or a very prominent group. Because if you think about that, it's something that we need, actually. That's part of that Libra in our lives. When a certain amount of harm or things that are not in alignment have been done, we need that karmic justice. We need that courtroom. We need there to be a trial. We need to kind of go through that healing and for the balance to come back. And I think that can come in our personal lives as well, big time. On the personal level, it's important for us to be aware of our own karma. Everything you do has a reaction. Everything you do comes back to you, right? What is worth kind of getting back at somebody for, standing up for yourself, and what's not.
Yeah.
Right? And
talking to two Scorpios over
yeah,
here.
we're two Scorpios. So we do believe in revenge.
We can't help it. Even if we know it's wrong, like it's just a feeling. It's just like a primal, like survival feeling that we have naturally. It's funny, we did pull the justice card in vibe check last week, and I basically said the exact same thing that you're saying about justice being served. Justice, the wheel of justice being in our favor, like the wheel being in our favor, and then the wheel, which is karma, being like against their favor.
Their favor.
So justice being served in both ways. We're getting karmic justice back from blessings from the Most High, and them getting their justice through also us making them take accountability.
Wow.
And also maybe the Most High condemning. But it's about us. For them to get their justice, it really is about us. So it's important, Libra full moon, to exactly what relationships are we nurturing? What relationships do we want? Who are we talking to? The community, the collective, justice, peace, which also Libra rules peace. So it's really up to us and our responsibility to, uphold these creatures to their wrongdoings.
Yes, creature. That's the right word. Heart of Josiah. Hello, Heart of Josiah has an interesting comment. I actually saw this last night, and I'm happy that you just mentioned this because I forgot about it. Tucker Carlson has released a new, I don't know if this is a series or just a one-time thing, exposing Benjamin Netanyahu, exposing a leaked police interrogation of him, I think in Israel, where he's being exposed for corruption. So yeah, that's a pretty big thing. And it has 1.4 million views, which is really big. But I feel like this has to do with something COVID related. Specifically, it can be multiple things. It can be multiple things, but I feel like one of the things does have to do with the COVID time because Saturn sextile Pluto right now, just a few days before this exact full moon. The last time we had Saturn and Pluto in an exact aspect was 2020 at the start of the pandemic. So it can be multiple things, but I do feel like it can branch off of that. AM by Fiverr says accountability. Yes, it is about accountability. Is this something we can maybe pull some tarot cards on, Sunny? What is, when it comes to this thing that we're feeling around, yes, we're going through our personal lives, karmic justice, but in the collective, is there something specifically that this relates to, or does it relate to a lot of different kind of situations?
Okay. What? So karma, like personally or collective?
So karmic justice is like a theme with this full moon.
Yes.
But I'm feeling, and I think you might be feeling this too, because you were talking about it in the vibe check last week, that it also relates to something big on the collective stage.
Yes.
What is that in regards to?
Okay. Because you were just saying, is it COVID or something like that?
Or something like that?
I really think that, okay, hold on. Let's do the cards first.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. And what I was feeling at first was like, I really feel like something that's most people can agree on, even besides COVID, is the issues with the kids.
Yeah.
So I think it has to do with that. It's also probably COVID.
Yeah.
But also the Ace of Cups is about our spirituality and our beliefs and people being like realizing that they've been told lies. This could
Yeah.
have to do with that. But for some reason, with the Ace of Cups specifically, I'm really feeling like this has to do with like children, because children are like pure sources of like abundant, creative, beautiful energy.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a big part of it. But you're also right. We do have the Queen of Swords. She's upright. This could also be kind of like the Justice card, where it's like the wait, what was I going to say? The court system? I don't know. Oh, because people are being sued for COVID stuff.
Yeah.
So like more technical things, more like the fake science stuff or fake health documents and that kind of shit, or people that are like in big tech or like Bill Gates or whatever you're searching. Like I definitely like, but it's funny because once you go down further in the rabbit hole of child injustice and trafficking and that kind of stuff, and also sex trafficking, because I think the Ace of Cups is also a sex card, along with the Ace of Wands. But the further you go down the child stuff, the closer all these people are involved. The same people that were involved in the pandemic injustices are also involved in whatever this is.
Right.
So I think they're both together. And I think that you might be right too, maybe because the COVID thing is like so recent and very big, and there's a lot of exposés coming out, that things will start to trickle and branch off of that. Or it's the main source of the main reason why so many people are waking up now. So it definitely has to do with kids and with lies from big tech companies and people that are involved with big tech and pushing the information, which is the real misinformation.
Exactly.
From the mass popular media, brainwash media.
Yeah. Carol says, love your cards. Hi, Carol. Sunny, when are you going to create your own tarot deck? It's in the works.
Well, yeah. The tarot deck, a very special tarot deck's in the works. It might take a few years, but Meg and I also were talking about maybe doing an oracle deck. So that's different. But yeah, I don't want to give my ideas away about my tarot deck, but it is definitely an idea that I've been working on.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I was going to say something. What was I going to say? It'll come back to me. It'll come back. Yeah, so it is
injustice on our beliefs too.
Yeah. This is definitely an intense full moon. I think it was April or somebody in the chat earlier said, one of my favorite things I like to say, Mia, I am 799. Observe, don't absorb. Definitely, it's very, very hard. Very hard. Especially when it's pertaining to people that you're close to not take things personally. But definitely people can be triggered this full moon in relationships, in their contracts and obligations. I mean, the moon is square Jupiter in Cancer. It doesn't get more emotional than that. With a Venus in square to Pluto, I think that there can be a lot of secrets coming out with that Venus in square to Pluto. Secrets in general on the world stage, in our personal lives. You know, we've still got 3 things in Pisces together. Pisces deals with secrets too, along with Pluto and Scorpio.
Explosion.
Very explosive. And that North Node has been at 8 degrees, Scorpio degree of Pisces has that been 2 weeks? I feel like we've had the North Node 8 degrees.
I'm ready for it to move on.
I'm ready for that to move on. Yeah.
Like, can we change now?
Yeah, I think we had the Mercury North Node conjunction at 8 degrees, if I'm not mistaken, and the Mars North Node conjunction at 8 degrees.
Yeah, I remember the 8 degree thing.
So, like,
definitely the Pluto involved in all this with Venus is explosive. This is what I was saying before. Things that we didn't know about coming to the surface, or information that all of a sudden you're like, what? Or is it true? Is it even real? I don't know. Pluto is not really one to lie, but if the person is messed up and they are having like a very plutonic issues, they could be liars, because Pluto is also like domination and control and manipulation. So it's like the Scorpio, it's like the wounded Scorpio. I'm sure we've all met a Scorpio who is not grounded in their power, who literally just creates chaos everywhere they go. And is a victim. That's like the scary side of the Pluto influence with Venus, when people's emotions are really affected, because you don't know what they're going to do or what they're going to say, if it's even real. But just know, you know, some of us might have people in our lives that are a little bit you don't know what's going to trigger them. And
And
I don't know.
this is interesting. Really good point, Sunny. It's when I did my uncensored horoscope on the membership, my membership today, I was talking about how a lot of us have fucked up relationships.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And if you do, okay, there's nothing wrong with you.
No.
You're not crazy. First of all, if you're in this community of the awakened people, the awake community, the consciousness, spirituality, most of us are empaths. Okay. Second of all, we're living in this matrix where we've all been very disconnected from our natural mind, body, spirit connection. And we haven't learned, many of us have not been brought up since being babies on healthy relationships. So a lot of us can attract, whether it's in love, whether it's in friends, work situations. I've had every single one, multiple times in all those different areas, because we're living in this dualistic plane, that has heaven and hell at the same time, right? So this Venus square Pluto, it's bringing out, like Sunny said, those shadows that are there. And again, it doesn't mean everybody's going to go through a breakup or a divorce, but whatever are those shadows or those things that need to come up for realignment, Libra is very much about balance and realignment. That's coming up.
Yeah. Also, relationships can evolve and relationships can change, even if relationships have been through something, traumatic, depending on the relationship you have, or like the thing that's binding the two people or however many people together. Things can evolve and things can heal, and there can be forgiveness and there can be ways forward. Like, for example, if you don't mind me saying, Meg and I are both have divorced parents.
Yeah.
And the thing that is binding our parents is their children. And it's like, they've had traumatic experiences together and it wasn't pretty a divorce isn't pretty, but they learn how to go through that and change their relationship because there's something that's like binding them that is worth it. Unless, there's cases where like some parents are just completely, one of them is just like completely gone and doesn't want anything to do with anything and is just like a very unhealthy person. But I'm just saying, like, as an example, depending on what it is, the glue that holds you guys together, relationships can change. And that's also very Plutonian too. It's like, it could be painful, it could be hurtful, but it's also the thing that could actually set you free. And if that person is meant to be in your life because it's karmic, because you decided before you came here that you guys were going to do this together, that's what it is. And a lot of relationships are like that. Doesn't mean, even if you broke up with someone, it doesn't mean you have to be back with them. Yeah. But sometimes that relationship will continue in your life, maybe in a different way. So I think a lot of people we're just learning more about the karmic relationships and the evolving or the ending or the new beginning or meeting. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah. And, we don't, like, some relationships can evolve and some can't. Yeah. And I think a really big red flag is if somebody doesn't respect you, that's something to pay attention to. That's not something worth continuing into the future. Yeah. And that's something I've had to learn in a lot of different situations. I have my son at a Libra degree, and I have my Pluto, Mars and Cancer, Pluto and Venus in the 7th house. So I do have like that strong Libra influence of wanting harmony in relationships and being open to people and being friendly and all that stuff. But at a certain point, you can't be friends with everybody. Yeah. Boundaries. You have to have boundaries very strong. You have to be aware of how much your energy is going to other people and other situations as well.
Sometimes people deserve second chances, but after that, it has to, two people both have to be willing to, meet each other and respect their boundaries. If someone continues to disrespect your boundaries, like, it's probably not going to change. And it's going to break you down and it's going to make you feel crazy. Yeah. And it's going to hit your weak points. And then there's a lot to heal from. Again, healing experiences, learning experiences. But relationships, that's where we learn in life.
That's where we learn. And they're always reflections of something within us. Yeah. Every relationship is reflecting something back to us. Right. So, and also it's at a Pisces degree, this full moon. So
Delulu.
And of course, delusions. Lucky Clover Dogs. I like your username, says, I needed to hear this today. Thank you, ladies. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's interesting because 12 degrees like Pisces, magical relationships, soulmate relationships, synchronicity, and things can feel really airy-fairy and really good. And, that's funny because Venus is exalted in Pisces. So it is exalted in that Pisces degree, but it's also bringing up lies, illusion, where we're oversensitive in relationships too. So
this is a crazy week.
But I gotta say, I like that we've got Mercury trine Jupiter on Friday.
Yeah.
It is on the same day as Venus square Pluto, but that is lightening things up quite a bit. That's a really nice aspect to have. So conversations, speaking through things respectfully, Mercury communication of our feelings, Jupiter in Cancer, in safe spaces, communicating in safe, maybe private spaces, is going to really help us get through this energy. Like maybe if you have to have an important conversation with somebody this week, I wouldn't be doing it in a public place.
No, oh no. Well, yeah.
Because Mercury in Pisces and Jupiter in Cancer, that's like private, safe places.
Waterworks.
Crying.
I mean, yesterday I told you my mom like weird stuff that I didn't think I'd tell you guys. So that was interesting.
That was interesting. Yeah. Healing conversations.
Yeah.
So the shit that comes up this full moon can bring in healing conversations, healing words, healing information. We've got Saturn sextile Pluto very strong as well. So those two are helping us to move forward. And this is our first full moon of the astrological year. So clean yourself out physically and in your home.
Clean yourself.
It's a good time to be doing that. Okay, should we pull some cards, Sunny, for kind of this full moon in general, and then we can go through the 12 signs?
Okay. What are our full moon messages for the collective? What can we expect? What do you want us to know? I'm still laughing because when you said clean yourself out, I was literally picturing like somebody with like a freaking sponge on a stick, like sticking it in their body and like scrubbing like
Well, that's an astrological remedy for the Pluto square, doing a detox or something.
Okay, wow, they're all reversed. So we have the Six of Cups reversed. This is realistically looking at the past and things from the past and your karmic relationships or your long-lasting, long-term relationships, and trying your best not to romanticize just like the nice memories and, being in the nostalgia. I have an issue with this, like hardcore. It's really hard to, move forward from relationships when there's a lot of emotions involved. So it's about just being like realistic about your past and trying your best, especially with all the Aries stuff and, Pluto and Venus making an aspect together, being open to newer possibilities or moving forward. Don't try to hold on to what was. Let's move forward to what can be. This is all about evolution and change and bringing in new energy. It's the Aries pioneering energy. We can't just stay stuck in the past, or we're gonna get stuck in the past. Even though it feels good, it's nice to have good memories. We all do, and I know it can be very painful, but it's important for us to not keep ourselves stuck in those places, because sometimes we forget, why the relationship's not working out or it didn't work out, or why things aren't feeling good in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go to the Nine of Swords reversed. And this is actually good reversed, because this means that actually what you've been holding on to from the past is actually the source of your anxiety and the source of sorrow or like a heaviness. So when we, try our best to let the past be in the past, You can look at it, you can feel good about it, you can remember fond memories or whatnot. But when we are confident in ourselves, maybe we need to do something more physical. Maybe a lot of us maybe need to do more physical exercise or walking or do something very grounding, that we can realize, you know what, it's actually safe for me to move forward. And like Meg said, having very
Yeah.
healing conversations with people that you do trust and that you do feel safe with, so that you can, you know, turn this anxiety around, ground yourself, and look forward to all the possibilities that are coming for us, because we are in the middle of like a huge change that we don't even know what it's going to look like on the other side. And so this is like an end to the anxiety, because we're actually letting go this karmic, it's like a karmic load that we're letting go of. It's like, or we're finally seeing a way forward.
Yeah.
And then we have the Page of Cups reversed. This is funny.
Mm.
The Page of Cups is a nice card. This princess in this deck is a nice card. Reversed, I feel like, again, it's like not romanticizing things, being really realistic about things. So Libra is an air sign, so that's good. I mean, Pluto isn't an air sign, so they're more like level-headed, less emotional. It's funny that we do have like the two cups, which is our emotions cards, and spiritual cards. But it's just, yeah, it's like looking at things clearly, taking off the rose-colored glasses is what I want to say. Taking off rose-colored glasses and just being very honest with yourself, still being gentle with yourself, but not romanticizing like things like what is it? Potential, not romanticizing people's potential or the potential of what could be, because guess what? It's come and it's gone, and that potential still hasn't like flourished or come to be yet. So again, starting to move forward. I'm going to pick an extra card.
Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Woo, woo.
So,
oh my God.
Not that Meg's ever really wrong, but this is literally the card of breakups and heartbreak and heartache. So many of us will probably be breaking up. If not this week, then maybe next week. Or if it's something, again, if you're stuck in the past and you know, if you're hearing us and you know that we're talking about you, this is about you, and if you can feel it and you're like, yeah, I need to end this relationship, you got to just do it. You have to do it.
Oh my God.
You have to do it this week. You have to. You have to. You have to look forward. This is being stuck in the past, right? And it's for people who aren't breaking up or who aren't ending things. This is about knowing that it's okay to not be like fully healed, or to feel broken. If you have a broken heart, that's okay. This is about you holding yourself, and again, being surrounded by people that you trust, and letting them know, you know, what you're going through, or just allowing yourself to be held and let those emotions come, because, you know, it's not going to take, when we separate from things or when we end things, it doesn't take one day. Like, it takes time. It does take time. And there's waves. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it hurts more. But I think this is just about us holding ourselves and being kind to ourselves, and knowing that we don't have to be perfect, that we don't have to have it all together, that we don't need to be like, I don't know. I feel like the word's like put together all the time. It's okay to not feel okay, basically.
And I feel like too, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That even if you maybe, there will be a lot of breakups with this full moon, but even if you're not necessarily going through a breakup, this full moon is the trigger for, if you are in a relationship that no longer serves, definitely over the course of the next month, that can become very clear to you. I've mentioned this before, that I've noticed through my astrology practice that the lunation chart is not just during the portal, it's actually very strong for the next month. So I think for the next month, we're going to see a lot of,
This could also be two people who have gone through breakups recently, within the past year, past months, past weeks. This could also be a sign that your attachment to the person, the emotional attachment, is actually coming to an end too. So for people with this whole karmic cycle, with this full moon, everything that we've been talking about, if you have gone through a breakup recently, you can also apply it to, you know, you're actually coming out onto the other side of the breakup, and the attachment is actually, you've done a lot of work to have it severed. So now that you can actually move forward. So that's good too.
Severed.
Yeah.
Uranus at the end of Taurus.
Yeah.
To sever.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's really good too to do any sort of like therapeutic healing work around relationships, emotional hurt from relationships with this woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sunny, thank you. Let's go through
This definitely resonates with me too.
Yeah, big time. Okay, we're going to go through each of the 12 signs. We recommend that you listen to your sun and rising. Most importantly, you can also listen to your moon for more personal, private life, emotional interpretation as well. So we're going to start with our Aries sun, moon, and risings. Aries, you might want to rewind this video, okay? Because you're having this full moon happening in your 7th house of Libra. And you've got Venus at home in Taurus over your 2nd house, the disposer of this full moon. So for Aries, this is very much a time where you're going through intensity in your relationships, your contracts, your obligations, responsibility. Yeah, there can be like power struggles going on, in particular with friends. It's interesting. You've got Pluto and Aquarius in your 11th house, square Venus in your 2nd. So there can be issues, Aries, if you're an Aries that is working with a friend or collaborating with a friend in some sort of way. There may be some tension. There may be some possible power struggles coming up there, but know that anything that comes up is for your highest good, for us to move forward with clarity. So yeah, Libras, pay attention to your relationships, who you have around you. There can be endings, completion happening in that area of life. Any shadow work that is coming up is either going to end the committed relationship or transform it into the next level. This is a full moon where I'm not a financial advisor, but just saying Aries, because you have Venus at home in the 2nd house, square Pluto in the 11th house, which is another financial house. Not a good full moon to be making major purchases, not a good full moon to be making major investments. I feel like there can also be changes to your income. Some of you may be ending a job or realizing something that you're actually passionate about that you want to do professionally moving forward. What's making you laugh?
There's a lot.
Yeah. So should we pull a card?
Sure.
So you're being really shown who you have around you and what serves you and what doesn't. Aries, pay attention to that.
Okay, well, I'm not surprised. Aries are a little bit intense here.
Okay. Aries have a lot going on right now.
I know they do.
This is a
That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, this is a no joke time, Aries.
Okay, Aries for the full moon, Libra. What is going on with you? A lot.
With you.
4 of Pentacles, like what Meg said, hold on to your finances, your investments. Not a good time to make a large purchase or a large investment. I wouldn't move when it comes to finances. I wouldn't move anything around too much. And also just make sure that you're taking care of yourself physically, in your health, getting proper rest, getting maybe some alone time, some time to self-reflect. If you can find it in you to sit down for 5 minutes and just, relax, find peace within. Don't move too fast. I know that's, I've been saying this to Aries too. This came up for our last Tarot on Meg's memberships. If you're not a member, sign up. Aries, you guys got to slow down a bit. I know it's hard because there's a bunch of planets in Aries, but it's like it's an upgrade. It's the cosmos challenging you to see like how in control of yourself can you actually be.
Wow. Thank you, Sunny. Okay, Aries. Sending you love. Next, we go to our Tauruses. Taurus, sun, moon, and risings. Well, good news. Venus has entered Taurus. Okay. As of today, when we're filming this video, Monday, March 30th, sexy time, feeling good, pleasure and enjoyment. Thank God, Venus is in Taurus while we're at the end of Uranus in Taurus. Okay. Thank God for that, because it's already going to be kind of wacky and weird. But if you do tune into your value and your self-worth and spending time in nature and pleasure and enjoyment, which we actually did today, we went for a very nice hike. It was the first warm day here where we are in Southern Ontario. And that was very nourishing for us. I feel very grounded right now. That was nice to get the nature connection and the sun and all that. Taurus is, so great that we have Venus in Taurus, our ruling planet. You're going to be having this full moon in your 6th house. So that's funny. I was feeling our physical body. It's really highlighting our physical health, our routines, wellness. When it comes to relationships, okay, because it is full moon in Libra, this has to do with our relationship to our pets, our coworkers, our employees, our aunts and uncles, okay? Those Virgo kind of people in your life. There can be some power struggles or intense things or secrets being revealed around those kind of people in your life, but it's also really highlighting your relationship to your health and your day-to-day work and how can you bring more balance into that. Okay, Taurus, I know you like to indulge. I'm a Taurus rising, so I'm like that myself. But it's really important for us to be taking care of our health, maybe looking at more moderation if it's gotten a little bit too crazy, if you're eating a little bit too much chocolate or you're doing too much in a bit of a extravagance, right? Full moon in Libra, this could be a good time for things that are air related, like oxygen therapy, breath work, hormonal balance, balancing your masculine and your feminine side. Yoga, I feel like yoga is very Libran in medical astrology. So yeah, and the dispositor Venus in our sign. So I actually feel like we're one of the signs that we're kind of faring pretty good through this full moon. We do have Pluto on our midheaven in the 10th house square Venus. So there can be some intense dynamics professionally coming up. Maybe I'm hearing spirit say some of you guys want to go independent. Some of you guys are sick of your boss. Some of you guys are feeling like there's a toxic energy in the workspace. That's important to pay attention to. So yeah, pay attention to your health, pay attention to your work. And yay, we've got Venus in our sign. What have we got, Sunny, for the Tauruses?
Also, I just want to say too, maybe you guys can be a little bit harsher or more critical on yourselves too. And also on the people that are close to you. So just pay attention to that. And like maybe not judgments, but like the things that you're criticizing, like reflect on that. Why are you criticizing that? Is it legit? Is it warranted? Or are you just being too careful or too cautious? Could be both. Okay, Tauruses. Exactly. Prince of Swords or Page of Swords. So you guys, especially with, an air sign in the 6th house, the moon, I think because your health is being highlighted and with the moon there, so it's like how you feel comfortable, you might have a little bit of a sharp tongue, or your triggers might be a little bit, your boundaries might be a little bit stronger the next few weeks. People might be getting on your nerves a little bit. And, like I said, some things might be warranted. Some things might be serious, depending on the relationship, depending on the situation. There's graceful ways of communicating that. But some people might also just need to be told where to go. So don't be afraid. I feel like I said this for the horoscopes too, that Tauruses are going to need to say some shit that nobody else is going to say.
You did say that last time. That's crazy.
So yeah, just be mindful of like who you're cutting with the knife and who you are handing the blade over to.
Yeah.
Like you don't, who you're using the sharp end of the knife with. And yeah. And also you could maybe even be pointing it towards yourself sometimes too, being too harsh on yourself. So being tactful, graceful with your thoughts and your words, and allowing yourself space. If people are getting on your nerves and if you are needing more space, it's better for you to just be honest with yourself about that instead of getting into a situation where you might like hurt someone's feelings or say something that you can't take back after.
Shit, I'm gonna have to be careful.
Yeah. So
if
you're feeling a little bit pissy, just be like, I honestly, I can't do this today. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually very strong for the whole next week for Tauruses, because Venus is square Pluto right now.
You might feel a little bit tested. So just be, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes take a step back. You don't have to be around people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Certain situations might be annoying. You might, be a little bit pissy, but moody, whatever. Shit happens.
Shit happens. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, Tauruses, let's keep it together. Come on, bulls.
I'll take you to hiking with me like once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week. Okay, sounds good.
Water break.
Humble Pie says, tough love for a family member lately. It's killing me, but I do it so she can ascend to her higher self. Good for you, Humble Pie. Okay, because sometimes you need to do that.
You fed her some humble pie.
You gave her some good old tough love pie.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is serving her well, or him. Yeah, her. Because you know what? Like, enough with the dilly-dallying and the BS. Sometimes we need to be told if we're really off, right? So good for you. Good for you. Okay, Geminis. Oh, well, aren't you just the little, I don't know. I was going to say daredevils. Full moon in Libra in your 5th house. So you guys are feeling very fiery. You're feeling very alive, can be what?
Turned on.
I was going to say sexual, turned on. Geminis.
5-5.
Okay. You guys got to watch out. Okay. Geminis. Because you've got Venus transiting over your 12th, hidden love, past love, karmic love, square Pluto, with the full moon in your 5th house of sex, romantic partners, dating, not serious relationships. So I think a lot of Geminis, you can be feeling really creative, really turned on sexually even, but there can be some situations that are testing you right now, Geminis. There can be definitely some karmic relationship situations for you for sure. I would say channel the energy of this full moon into creativity, putting your gifts and talents into the spotlight. This is a great full moon to be showcasing yourself, being your authentic self, spend time with children, honor your inner child, and don't give up your value and your self-worth for anybody else. I feel like some of you guys, I keep hearing the word, you're being tested. You're being tested. You're
from something from the past.
Are you
in a new package?
Yes. You gonna go back?
Yeah.
To what you had before? No, it will never be the same. Okay. Carol, a fellow Taurus, says, me too. Be careful. Look out. Yes.
Something, if it's not an actual person that you know from the past, somebody who resembles someone from your past. It's in a pretty package with a bow on it, and they're going to entice you because it's preying on your wounds, on the things that make you feel familiar, that your nervous system like feeds off of. But what it's doing, it's a karmic test. Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah.
Or are you going to go down back to the path of chaos?
And this can have to do, I would say for the most part, can have to do with love, can also have to do with friends. Pluto and Aquarius, square Venus in the 12th house. You guys are definitely feeling a lot, the ruler Venus in your 12th house. So I think alone time is very important for you, Geminis, at this full moon. Being aware of who you have around you, knowing that you're going through a test in your relationships, and you're about to have Uranus entering your sign, okay, in less than a month. And I'll tell you, as a Taurus rising myself, having Uranus in my rising sign for the past 6-8 years, that's wild. Okay, so you guys get grounded, rest.
No, never mind.
Okay, no, you got.
I got a couple years.
You got quite a few years. Get ready, okay, because Uranus in your sign is going to bring a lot of new people into your life, a lot of new friends, a lot of new suitors, and I'm hearing Spirit say you don't have to settle for any kind of relationship, whether that's a lover, whether that's a friend, whether that's a work partner. And I'm also feeling this is interesting. I'm feeling like Geminis might be having some hidden jealousy at the moment. There can be someone maybe like a little bit jealous of you. There could be a little bit of freaking Malocchio.
I think I was jealous of a Gemini recently.
Really?
I think so.
Oh my God. So I would say just not watch your back. You
Malocchio.
don't need to be scared of anything. Just
Wear the Malocchio.
yeah. Just be mindful, like who's around you and why. And if you feel a weird vibe around someone, you need to listen to that. And Geminis, you're very claircognizant psychically. Okay. So that's psychic knowing. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what comes to mind when you're around people. What comes out of your mouth, that's your psychic ability when you're around people.
All right, gems.
Gems.
Let's get your full moon tarot massage. I am a millionaire. Some words of affirmation, some words of strength, protection, affirmation, words, Gemini. Protect yourself with words of affirmation. You are protected. You do not want to be taken astray, led astray by something that does not have your best interest.
Yeah.
That just wants to take from you.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my God.
Oh. Okay. Whoa. We got the 2 of Cups and we have the Ace of Cups.
What?
Oh, you better be careful who you let into your bed, girl, boys. Okay. Well, this could be also very beautiful. So if you protect yourself, if you take your journey this far seriously, you respect yourself, you respect the journey, the lessons that God has given you, you are opening a portal to a beautiful, loving relationship that is fulfilling, that could also possibly bring in a family.
Wow.
That is also very, fulfilling spiritually, emotionally, mentally, a lot of things in common. I love these cards. They're just so positive.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you want to be careful because I feel like for sure there's a test of something that might feel good, that might look good, and you might be intrigued by it. But if your sign is, if anything resembles or reminds you of someone from your past, if this new pretty package reminds you of anything of something from your past, you know that that's not right. The thing that's coming is completely new that you haven't experienced before. And that's really exciting. Come on, you're a Gemini. You want to experience something that you've never experienced before. So just know that when you take it seriously, when you protect yourself, when you pass this test, you are opening the door. You are showing God that you are ready for what's real. You basically said that too. So definitely we are in a portal of finding true love and happiness for Geminis.
Oh my God. XYZ.
Beware.
Well, it's funny
true.
that you say, because 5th house rules sexual affairs.
It's true.
So not saying every Gemini is having an affair, but there are some Geminis out there that might be having an affair or might be thinking about that. And I'm also feeling to say, Venus in your 12th house, the disposer of this full moon, you can be dreaming of past lovers. You can be having dreams of people and then wake up and call your best friend and say, oh my God, I dreamt of him. He must be my soulmate. I'm feeling like just an important message coming through of not every synchronicity and omen is necessarily positive.
Also, be careful with what you're sharing online too. Sorry, finish your thought first.
Have you ever noticed, Sunny, that there can be fucked up synchronicities?
Yeah.
What's that about? Do you think that we manifest that? Because I've noticed that sometimes in my life, in particular with some toxic relationships.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because we project so much onto it that actually we can manifest synchronicities and triple numbers and these magical dreams when it's actually it's not good?
Yeah.
I'm feeling like some of you Geminis might be having that right now.
Yeah.
That's confusing you with a certain person. It's like, but I keep seeing 999 every time I think about
that's
him.
What you want to see.
Yeah. So just be really in your energy, alone time, 12th house. You need alone time. You need, if you've been in a toxic relationship, which again, many of us empaths have been through something like that, and you've never had energy healing, I would suggest getting an energy healing. We have Carol in the live chat here, who I know is usually booked out like a year in advance. But if you're in the Southern Ontario area, Carol is amazing at energy healing, works out of Akasha's Den. Yeah, sorry, what did you want to say?
Be careful with who you're actually like having sex with or who you decide to have sex with, because I lost my thought. But if you wait and have intimate relations with the right person, you will see the rewards of that. And yes, not you might like act on impulse, Aries, and have sex with somebody that maybe you thought they said nice words, but you find out maybe they're married, maybe they have sexually transmitted diseases.
Oh my God.
Maybe they're a weirdo. Maybe they've been stalking you. And that's another thing Meg's been saying. Alone time is good. I think too, Geminis like to share a lot. Geminis are always just like on the go and be careful with how much you're actually sharing and showing online as well. And if you are alone and if you have people who might be obsessed with you, they'll know that you're alone, right? So you need to be careful with who you're getting involved with. There is something beautiful coming, but you need to really like respect yourself and like be serious about who it is. We can't just be making these willy-nilly decisions anymore, Geminis. We got to be serious. And that's another thing that I've been saying for Gemini a lot. Gemini is upgrading like how they show up in relationships. They actually want to learn more about commitment. I've been seeing with Geminis. They actually want something serious and committed, because Gemini can sometimes be flighty. They can get bored. Sometimes commitment's scary for them. And I'm not saying that's for all Geminis, but it is a challenge for you guys. That I think the new thing for you guys is actually learning how to be with someone.
Yeah.
Right? So be careful.
Okay, Gemmies.
Be careful. Yeah.
Happy full moon. It's all going to be okay. Okay, next we move to one of our most favorite signs, Cancer.
Are we joking? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I do like Cancers. I mean,
yeah, we do like Cancer.
I'm not going to lie.
Okay, Cancies. You have this full moon in Libra happening in your 4th house, the house of Cancer. So it's highlighting your relationships with family, your ancestors. Put on your raincoat. LOL, Her Miller says. There can be possible intensity, secrets being revealed, power struggles with family members. We do still have Jupiter in your sign of Cancer in a nice trine to Mercury at the time of this full moon. So if you have any Cancer placements between 10 to 20 degrees of Cancer, around those degrees, this is actually very lucky, that Mercury in trine to Jupiter that we have in conjunction to your Cancer placements. I think this is a good full moon to be cleaning out your home, spending time at home. You may be having some very strong realizations about where you live, your commitments and obligations, sense of responsibility to where you actually live, what place resonates with you, responsibility that you have with family members as well. And we've got the dispositor Venus in your 11th house in square to Pluto in your 8th house. Very interesting that Cancers have Pluto in the 8th house right now. Pluto and Aquarius transit there. So yeah, there can be intense feelings coming up. Cancers, you're already very emotional and naturally moody. It's a full moon in your 4th house. So, you might be a little bit moody. The crab claws can come out.
Oh, Cancers are so moody.
So moody. I've got my Mars in Cancer.
I dated 2 Cancer men and they're the moodiest men.
Moodiest men in the whole
My brother's also a Cancer and he's moody as F too.
Yeah. So Cancers, you might have some mood swings. I think this is a good full moon to rest. You can do some really great healing work with Pluto in your 8th house in square to Venus. And yeah, anything you want to add, Sunny?
No. We'll pull the cards whenever you're ready.
Let's pull the card.
Okay. Cancer, full moon reading. Release my biases. Blind. Going into it blind. What's going on with the Cancers? Oh, come
Mm,
on.
mm.
Come on, you guys. Are you guys trying to go for the Geminis or what's going on here? So we got the Ace of Wands. Keep it in your pants. Just kidding. Okay, lots of creative energy, lots of passion ignited, lots of feeling, like Meg said. You might also be feeling a little bit more turned on. Things seem to be moving forward, lots of new ideas, new projects, new possibilities for relationships. But again, try not to move too. I feel like with this full moon, okay, yeah, this is a really good positive card. But because things are moving so fast, and this has a lot to do with karma, everybody, this is not just for the Geminis and the Cancers, like everybody, you be careful with who you're doing it with, okay? Because this is the sex card, and same with the Ace of Cups, and that's how I read tarot. Okay, I mean it's a freaking pee-pee, right?
Yeah.
It's a phallus.
Yeah.
Learn how to harness that energy towards different things. If you got to do what you got to do on your own, that's fine. Whatever. If you want to retain it too, or that's fine too. That might be a good practice for you actually, is abstaining. This is about learning how to control your creative and sexual tantric energy instead of leaking it. Maybe because, Cancers are very emotional. Cancers are very compassionate. Cancers are very affectionate, that it's easy and it feels comfortable. Sometimes, I mean, Cancers too are guarded, but it does feel good to share those feelings because they're so big with other people that you might just want to, cuddle, and then cuddling. What is it? Spooning turns into forking.
Yeah, Cancers don't just cuddle. That's not.
Yeah, spooning leads to forking. This is about learning how to harness your sexual creative energy and try to move it up the body instead of concentrating it in one area. And I feel like too, it's interesting, I could be wrong, that Cancers might be a little bit obsessed or have an obsession over something or someone.
Oh yeah.
That they're this energy, you want to point it towards somebody, which is also like, that's false. Like that's not real. Whatever you think that you're projecting onto that person might not even give a crap that you exist. No offense or anything. So just be really serious about how are you using your sexual energy, because it's going to be really strong and it's going to test you and it might be uncomfortable. Sorry.
You're right on, Sunny, because they've got Pluto transiting over their 8th house for the next 18 years. So Cancers, the whole Pluto in Aquarius transit happening in your 8th house, Pluto is at home in the 8th house. You're kind of like Scorpios.
I was going to say,
for the next 18 years. You're kind of like me and Sunny over here.
I know how it feels.
Okay. We're freaking freaks over here. We Scorpios, okay. And all our Scorpios in the live chat can attest, when we like somebody, we're obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no in between. So Cancers, if you're like, ever since Pluto's gone into Aquarius, which was full on end of 2024, if you've been like having an obsession about someone, you can't get somebody off your, or multiple, or you're feeling like, more horny than usual, it's because Pluto's in your 8th house. And what Sunny said is very important. You got to be very aware of your spiritual, energetic, sexual energy right now. Pluto's in square to Venus in your 11th house. So there can be some friends or like community members that you may be projecting something onto. And this won't be every single Cancer, but some Cancers. Just be very careful with friends that you may be attracted to, or work associates. Pluto and sextile to Saturn in your 10th house. Yeah, you guys are the crabs, but you've also got a little stinger for the next 18 years.
18 years.
Pluto in their freaking 8th house for 18 years. Okay, we love you guys. Now we're going to move to our Leos.
Damn.
What's going on, Leos? Leos, you're having this full moon in Libra happening in your 3rd house. Okay, so this is very mentally stimulating. This is highlighting your communication, your local community, contracts. I would be very careful, Libra. Leo's Libra does have to do with contracts and obligations. The 3rd house does have to do with documentation, paperwork. The disposer of this moon, Venus, is square to Pluto in your 7th house. So I would be very careful, Leo, of any paperwork, documents, things that you have to do legally or logistically. I would say definitely double check everything. If you're wanting to start something new and you have to do like legalities around that, I would definitely read the fine print. Or if you're starting a new partnership with somebody legally or professionally, or even in a marriage, just be aware of like what people's intentions are with that. Okay, Leos, and I've seen it with every Leo I know, sun and risings in particular, Pluto in your 7th house, very intense relationship situations coming up. Okay, so you've got the disposer of this full moon, Venus, square Pluto in your 7th house. So I've already seen multiple Leos with this Pluto and Aquarius transit happening, going through a breakup, a divorce, very messy kind of drama in the love life. So there can possibly be a little bit of a flare up with that, with this full moon, or it's really, becoming clear to you what doesn't feel good in committed relationships, what you no longer want moving forward. Your relationships are also really spotlighted with your siblings, your friends, your local community members as well. I think this is a great full moon to speak your truth, with it being in your 3rd house, and looking at balance in your day-to-day and local environment, how you can bring more of that in.
I totally completely tuned out. I don't know what just happened.
Really? You don't know anything that I just said?
No, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Okay.
I'm a Leo rising. Maybe I'm not supposed to be biased for the Leos, so I don't read myself.
Okay. Yeah, because you are Leo rising.
Okay.
I do that all the time.
If we look back and watch me, I'm probably just like. Okay.
It's one of your signs.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, Leo rising. Leos. Leo, sun, moon, rising. Libra, full moon. What is going on?
Oh my God.
All I know is the Pluto in the 7th house thing. Oh, shit. Okay, we got the 7 of Cups. So this could be, it's not good or bad. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be whatever. It's like a maybe. It's not 100% yes. It's not 100% no. It's a maybe, because there are many options. There are many directions. There are many things trying to be like, oh, look at me, I'm over here. Oh, look at me, I'm over here. But which direction are you going to go? Which thing are you going to choose? Where are you going to focus your attention on? So it's about eliminating distractions and going towards the thing that's actually going to fulfill you and that makes sense for you in this present moment, instead of, having your energy scattered to all these different possibilities, it getting a little bit muddied up and then you kind of losing yourself in the process. It can kind of be a little bit of a mental instability, right? A little bit of a crazy, a little bit of a loop-de-loop. So really important for us to focus our time and energy on the things that actually fulfill us, the things that we feel passionate about, and the things that can help us propel us into the future, actual growth, instead of, stirring the pot and trying to get other things to happen, trying to be maybe a little bit of a control freak in other areas that we don't have any business being in. So mind your own business and stay in your own lane. All right.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you for that.
Did that go with any of that?
That went with that.
Okay.
Definitely went with that. And now we're doing our Southern accent over here.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going on to our...
It was the 7 of Cups.
7 of Cups. Oh, we got Sandy in the live chat.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. How's it going? Sing it, sister. Sandy, can't you see that I'm in
Whatever.
Oh my God. Okay. Sandy is here.
Oh, Sandy.
We mentioned you, Sandy. I said you and Sunny are the most psychic people I've ever met in my life. A lot. Actually, I met a lot of psychic people, but Sunny's like
our favorite.
Okay, moving on to our Virgo, sun, moon, and risings. Virgo, you are having this full moon in Libra in your second house. Okay, this is interesting because this is highlighting, bringing to an illumination point your values, your self-worth, finances, physical resources, what you see as pleasure and enjoyment of life, your relationship to money, your Libra relationship to your self-worth. Okay, how's that been going, Virgos? You've kind of had some intense stuff going on lately. Saturn, Neptune conjunction in your 8th house, Pluto transiting over your home 6th house. There's been some intense things going on for the Virgos over here. So Virgos, and I'm getting a weird psychic smell right now.
What, roses?
Sorry, we're weird like this.
What'd
We
you
get
smell?
weird.
What's the smell?
Okay, I'm actually getting a not good smell right now.
Ew.
I'm actually getting a not very good
Like
smell.
sulfur?
Like garbage, kind of.
Garbage.
I'm getting a smell of garbage psychically. Virgo, if you have possessions that belong to an ex, that belong to an unhealthy past relationship that you've been in, I think you need to get that stuff out of your home, out of your space.
Throw it in the garbage.
I'm psychically smelling a smell that feels connected to
garbage.
Literal garbage.
They're garbage.
Yeah. This could be a really good full moon to look at feng shui, to clean out your physical possessions, to get rid of stuff that's from an ex, lover, friend, business associate,
family member.
This is intense. I'm feeling actually some really intense things for the Virgos.
They've been going through a lot.
I'm seeing some Virgos holding paper documents, like crying your eyes out, holding these documents. So I think some of you Virgos have maybe had in a recent time, maybe a divorce, maybe a breakup, and you're like cleaning out your house or you're sorting out your possessions with another partner. Is this resonating with any of the freaking Virgos over here? Mia
Could
says
be like
it's
family
been a struggle.
documents too, maybe.
Yeah.
If you've had like legal issues.
Whoa,
like
Serenity Intact says, Virgo rising, I'm literally looking, following my nose right now to find what is causing a bad smell.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Virgos, if you're having bad smells in your environment, you guys are very clairsentient.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that psychic ability to smell. You have that psychic ability of feeling things in your body. You need to pay attention to that. Okay. What do you not like the smell of? Okay. That may sound kind of stupid, but if you don't like somebody's smell or you don't like the smell of a space, get the hell out of there. Okay. Because our smell is actually one of the most important senses.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely very big message coming through. I'm feeling psychically and with the astrology around cleaning out your stuff, getting rid of stuff that doesn't belong to you. Libra also rules gifts. Okay. So things that were gifted to you, everything that's gifted to us, there's an intention and there's an energy behind that. And there's the person's energy attached to that. So yeah, Virgo, just pay attention to that. You've got the disposer of this full moon, Venus, in your 9th house, in square to Pluto, in your 6th house. So you can, definitely be feeling this on the physical level. Psychic smells, body sensitivity. It's a good full moon to clean out your space, your possessions, also your physical body, and literal garbage. Like some of you Virgos need to check where you have garbage in your house, because that could be blocking abundance coming into your home. Very funny. My mom is in the process of selling her house right now. And earlier today, I cleaned out all the cobwebs from the front door and the back door. And I was wiping down the door and I was cleaning it off. And the energy totally shifted I felt the house and the doors. So Virgos, hope that resonates with you. And you are the sign that rules cleanliness and purity. So clean energy is very important. Jen says Virgo rising here. And I definitely resonate with is Sunny a fisherman? Okay. Crab man.
That is hilarious because my dad, you guys know like the singer Sam Smith?
Yeah.
The interview where they're like, if you weren't like when you retire from pop music one day, what would you like to be? And he's like, I'd like to be a fisherman. And they're like, a fisherman? He's like, yeah, I'd like to be a fish of them. A fish of them. And so this whole weekend I was with my dad and we went to the Cottage Life show and he was just like, I'm a little fisher them. Like he was calling me fisher them all weekend. So that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
So yes, I'm a fisher. I'm a fish of them.
Like a they, them, fisher them?
Yeah. He wasn't saying fisherman. He was saying fish of them. I'd like to be a fish of them.
Oh my God.
Okay. Libra. Sorry. We went off track.
Virgos.
Oh, sorry. Virgos.
Was I saying Libra?
No.
Okay.
Virgo.
Virgo.
Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, full moon in Libra.
Libra.
Shaking out 4 cups reversed. Time to walk away. Okay. Stop feeling bad for yourself. That could be part of what's being hard for you guys moving forward in this transition, this huge transition that's been going on for a lot of Virgos and transformation. I think that a lot of Virgos have had some victimhood stuff coming up because I feel like there's been times throughout the past few years where you feel like everyone's against you or things are just like working out for you or you don't understand why this is happening to you. But sometimes we need to look within and realize the pattern of that we are repeating and that is actually shaping the world outside of ourselves and shaping our relationships. So Virgo is in the process of switching how they view themselves and how they view what's happening around them and this phase. And it's time to actually start seeing results from healing or moving forward and stop being like so apathetic and maybe sometimes even like negative or like a Debbie Downer type of thing. And I'm not saying that you guys are like that all the time, but it's definitely like a theme for the Virgos the past few years. So this is going to change, which is really good. And that might have something to do with, like Meg said, purging, cleaning, getting rid of items that actually maybe are holding like heavier energy that are making your space feel like shit. Maybe, maybe you can buy new clothes. Maybe there's something you guys need to change something, get something new, get something fresh, get something cleaner and purge things because it's going to help shift the energy so you don't feel like so crappy anymore. And I feel bad because I always feel like I have something harsh to say for the Virgos, but it's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You guys are going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
And Virgo, I know Virgo's like very pure, but it is kind of harsh. Like Virgo's a harsh sign because it's about getting to the purity. And, we have so many layers and so many conditionings that it's a lot to let go of. It's it's the healer.
Exactly.
Virgo should be ruled by Chiron.
Yeah. Mia I am says, I've been feeling kind of bad for feeling want to walk away from many relationships. Virgo rising. You
got to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And take control of yourself and not put so much emphasis on like other people and what other people are doing or like what your status is with other people, because a lot of these other people are going to let you down because those other people have problems too. Everybody has problems, right? So take care of yourself.
Yes, exactly. And I want to just mention too that, the South Node is in Virgo right now. So if you've got Virgo placements between 0 to 18 degrees of Virgo right now, with the South Node currently at 8 degrees, you're having the South Node conjunct your Virgo placements, which is very much about karmic endings, release. That's a once in 18-year transit. So Virgos, you're going through a lot of shedding, and definitely be gentle with yourself. We love you guys. Okay, next we've got the stars of the show, the Libras. Happy annual full moon in Libra. This full moon is in your first astrological house. So Libra, this is a good full moon to be transforming yourself, cleansing yourself, putting yourself in the spotlight, honoring yourself. Okay. The sun is at fall in Libra. It's very, very interesting. Sun doesn't like to be in Libra. There's a big challenge with being a Libra because the sun is yourself and your identity and your will. And we'll just fix the camera here. Just 1 second, you guys. But Libra is others, right? So Libras are very affected and actually share an identity through their relationship with others. This full moon is asking you to look at yourself. What do you want? Have you guys ever seen the movie The Notebook? Have you seen The Notebook with Ryan Gosling? What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that easy.
It's not that simple.
Yeah.
It's not that simple. What do you want? Okay, I know because I have a lot of Libra in my astrology. Indecision.
My Mercury's Libra.
Derp. Okay, what is it that you want?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
If you don't know, you need to spend some time alone. You need to meditate. You need to go within, because actually you do know on a deeper level what you want and not what other people want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The disposer of Venus, your ruler, is in Taurus, your sister sign, in your 8th house. Square Pluto in your 5th. So, ooh, love life.
And honoring your death too.
Sex.
Your body. Yeah.
What are you into? What do you want? Or need? Sexually, creatively, in relationship, in your empowerment to be your authentic self, right? Huge red flag is when people cannot honor your needs or respect you. Fuck that. Okay. Excuse my language, but fuck that. You guys do so much for other people. It's crazy. If others around you can't do what, offer the same back, it's a drain. Libras, you're very, very giving. You're very, very loving. And this is a full moon that's really asking you to honor yourself, take a look at yourself, pay attention to your relationships, especially in love. Venus and Pluto in your love sex houses, the 8th and the 5th house. Okay. You've got stellium of planets for the next almost month transiting over your 7th house of relationships. So I think a lot of Libras, you said the rose-colored glasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Libra, your rose-colored glasses are coming off. And you're getting some Scorpio, Pluto, 8th house truths. Medicine. And I'm hearing Spirit say, it's okay to say no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having in my psychic mediumship, I'm actually getting all of your deceased loved ones coming through saying, stop it. There's some situation going on, Libras. Stop it. Put the brakes on. Just say no when you need to say no. Okay? You don't need to put up with everybody else's stuff and go above and beyond and, every situation having to do with others. Honor yourself. Call in sick. Just say no. Just for a day. Try the day of the full moon doing everything just for yourself for one day and see how awesome that's going to feel. Because it's actually going to feel really good, and bring more of that into your life. Hope that resonates with you. Sunny, what do we got?
Also, stop trying to make something work that's not working. Because you're trying to make it work to please the other person, that you have to fix it. No, if like Meg said, honor yourself, because you ain't broke. So why are you trying to fix something that's broke, but you're doing all the work? It ain't working.
Yeah. It ain't working over here.
Okay, Libra, your full moon message. Ace of Swords reversed. So, sorry guys. Okay. We're all glitchy now anyways.
Okay.
For the Libras, Ace of Swords reversed. It's kind of interesting because the Ace of Swords reversed is asking you. They're not new concepts. They're not new ideas. They're not new thoughts. They're thoughts, like Meg was talking about, kind of been ruminating, things that you already know, but you're ignoring because you're trying to please other people. You're trying to do things for other people. You're paying too much attention to other people's needs because you think that if you can fix that or you can meet those person's needs, it will also meet your needs, because it's like you're trying to meet them in the middle and create that balance, create that Libra balance. But there's unfulfillment there. There's things that, you know, it's even though you're trying and you're putting so much of your effort in, like nothing's really coming of it. So it's kind of like a standstill. It's kind of like, okay, I keep feeling like I'm going in circles and I'm trying this and I'm trying that, but nothing's really changing and nothing's really growing or nothing's really evolving. And I'm still in the same place and I still feel unfulfilled, or I still feel stuck, or I feel like all this energy inside of me is not moving. It's like you need a new outlet. And like Meg said, probably bring all that energy back to yourself so that you can reinforce or remind yourself, where should this energy be going? Where should I be directing myself in life? What feels good for me? What is going to make me feel like fulfilled? It's about, yeah, like I think a lot of it too is like you need to like go really into the body, which is like Pluto in the 5th and Venus in the 8th, is like into those deep places of, does this actually feel good like inside my body? Does this resonate with me? Is this a yes? Is this a no? Or am I just like over giving and nothing's really changing? And you have a vision, you want something, but it's not coming to fruition because you're just kind of repeating the same thing.
Yeah.
Or trying new things to get one thing to work that's not working. If that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. That does make sense.
Finding like, yeah, you're like so many solutions, trying so many solutions to one problem, but none of the solutions are helping the one problem. So it's like, okay, eliminate that one problem then.
That makes sense. Okay, Libras, happy full moon in your sign. Next, we go to our fellow Scorpios. Scorpios, we've got this full moon in our 12th house. So we are feeling the feels. We are feeling... We are feeling sensitive. We're feeling dreamy. This is a good full moon to maybe be behind the scenes, have some alone time. You know, it is a full moon, yes, in Libra, but it is at a Pisces degree, and it's in our 12th house of Pisces. So there can be very deep karmic healing of karmic relationships. We're definitely going through some tests of maybe some illusions. I'm hearing the term hanky-panky. That's interesting. Some Scorpios might be doing some hanky-panky.
I'm always up to hanky-panky.
Interesting situations. Okay. Behind the scenes relationships. What's going on behind the scenes coming to light, secrets coming to light, very vivid dreams of current lovers, past lovers, hidden temptations coming to the surface, hidden enemies coming to the surface too. 12th house is hidden enemies. We've got the dispositor Venus in our 7th house. So Venus is on our side at home in Taurus in our 7th house. Taurus is, of course, our opposite sign, right? So Venus is bringing a grounding force to help us see things in relationships clear. This is a full moon that it is highlighting secret relationships, relationships with spiritual or creative people, behind the scenes people, mental health specialists. I think Scorpio is one of the signs that it's best to do some sort of deep healing work with this full moon in Libra so that we don't freaking act out. We don't do a Scorpio freaking act out that we're going to regret. Because you know we can do that sometimes. Okay? Scorpios, watch out for acting out on a fantasy that is not going to serve you in the long term.
Like following people in your car. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
So just watch out for that. Okay. Venus is in the 7th house, in square to Pluto in our 4th. So yeah, we're sensitive. This is sensitive. Like the Cancers, we can be feeling very moody. I would say go into your Scorpion cave and just chill out. What do you have to say?
I'm cool with that. Okay, yeah. Anyways, Scorpio reading. Libra full moon for our Scorpies, our Scorpios.
At least we've got Jupiter in the 9th house still until June 30th. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
That's something good. Trine Mercury. Healing conversations.
Okay, Scorpio.
Oh my god.
Let's go. What is going on with the Scorpios? This full moon Libra time. This one popping out. Oh my goodness, this lady don't want to stay inside. This is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Wow, how watery is this? This is like the 12th house in Jupiter, in the 9th house in Cancer. Little surprises. Little surprises coming out of nowhere. A little fishy in your cup. A fish freaking flopping out of your cup. Whoa, what was that? You might see something. You know what? I think a lot of signs and synchronicities. It's funny because Meg was saying that we can project our delusional signs and synchronicities. Hold on, I
think Scorpios need to watch out for that.
Yeah. Okay. So the Emperor here with the Page of Cups. Okay, this is kind of weird. So Scorpios, let's admit it, we have control problems. We have control issues. We need to be in control of things, and we can't handle it when we lose control or when we feel like we've lost control. And we will do anything that we can to try and gain it back, even if it's like absolutely freaking insane. So a lot of our energy gets very focused in a certain area where we can magnetize weird situations to us. But this could also be to other people feeling that way towards us too.
Yeah.
This could be people wanting to control us or wanting to have an effect on us or wanting to send us signs and synchronicities too. So it's like, we're going to be seeing a lot of weird stuff. We might be seeing like a weird animal that you never see crossing the street. You might see like a really rare bird. All of a sudden you saw an eagle the other day. You might literally see like a freaking dead fish on the road. Like, I don't know, something really weird, I feel like. Because and it might not just be us, like, I mean, we're going to read into it. If somebody is sending us something and we know that it's from someone, we're going to read into it because we will beat a dead horse until it's ascended and reincarnated again.
Mm-hmm.
So, just be careful with like what's popping out of the woodworks. And maybe this is hard, Scorpio. If you see something that you want to go and follow, if you're like, ooh, what's that? Let's go investigate it. Withdraw. So I think this full moon, Scorpios, we need to learn, like you said, we need to stay in the cave.
Yeah.
We need to withdraw because we're a little bit cuckoo crazy and we're a little bit too curious, and curiosity can kill the cat. And our curiosity gets us into trouble 9 out of 10 times.
9 out of 10.
So, I mean, it might be fun. It might be interesting.
Like, just sorry to interrupt you, but like take everything with a grain of salt right now.
Yeah.
Full moon in the 12th with Jupiter in square to the full moon in the 12th. So,
I mean, you had an example. I'm not going to say what it is, but you had something like this today where you saw something that like really fed an outcome that you want. And then we found out after that it's bullcrap, that it was just all smoke and mirrors.
What was that?
On the phone, on the YouTube, on the video.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, that's like, oh wow, look. And it's like, let's try not to emotionally feed into things when we see it. Let's just be like, okay, that was interesting. We got to try really hard to control our emotions over the next few days to weeks to month, because there are going to be a lot of weird things that are going to be like, look at this is fun. And Scorpios, we love that shit. We dive into that, want to dissect it. Try not to emotionally react to things, and, retreat, call your energy back to yourself, because we're magnets. We can make things happen. We can make things move just by thinking about it and obsessing about it in our bed.
Scorpios are magnets.
So be
magnetic.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Lots of weird, strange things.
Strange and weird, but also like very trippy, very creative, very kind of psychedelic. Like, you can have fun with that energy, but just be careful with it.
Yeah, don't
lock the doors, buy some popcorn, stay inside.
Yeah, be more like a Taurus, I guess. Be your opposite sign. Pretend that your rising or sun sign is Taurus this month. Yeah.
Be a Taurus for a day.
Stay in bed.
Okay, Scorpios, love you. We're gonna move to our Saggy Wadgies. That is kind of we had that today. We
Both
almost
of us did.
we almost went on a wild goose chase today on something.
We both had weird things like that happen today.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We like it. See how we're excited we are? Like, but it's really important to just like try and be grounded and objective about like who cares?
Yeah.
Is that really what we want to be paying attention to?
No.
Sagittarius. Liar. Lies.
Oh my God, Sagittarius. Okay.
I want to be a fish of them.
I want to be a fish of them. Yes. Okay, Saggies, you are having this full moon in Libra happening in your 11th house, really highlighting your relationships with friends, teams you're associated with, your like-minded community, your partnerships that can have to do with people that you're working with even. I feel like some Saggies, I've actually noticed this with some of the Saggies, there's intense things coming up for them. Don't go fishing, stay in your cave.
I like that. That was for the Scorpios.
Yes, yeah. I've been noticing some Saggies having intense triggers coming up, having to do with their friendships. Some of you Saggies might even be, Libra is love, 11th house is friends. There might even be a friend that you're noticing could be a romantic suitor coming up to the surface. That can be eliminated to you. Illuminated to you at the time, not eliminated, illuminated. We just want to watch out because we do have Venus in your 6th, square Pluto in your 3rd. So you're feeling a lot in your body and your mind. I think Saggies' minds can be very overactive. Your nervous system can be very overactive with this full moon. But I think it's a good full moon to get out in like-minded community, do something fun. You can meet some new people. A friend can become a romantic suitor even. And it is bringing attention, your health, Venus in the 6th, your day-to-day work, your colleagues, employees, relationships to your pets, relationships to money. 11th house has to do with gains, and it's one of the financial houses too. So there could be some sort of like return on an investment coming in, or financial idea coming through, or reality check, Venus square Pluto having to do with your finances as well. So I feel like you're one of the signs kind of going through this full moon, not as intense as other ones. Your ruler Jupiter is, yes, square the lunation, but is in a really nice trine to Mercury. So I think that that's actually positive and quite light for the Saggies. What do you think, Sunny? I tuned out again.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
Full moon in Libra. What's going on with us, Saggies?
Saggy Waggies.
Full moon message for the Sag, please. No, one wants to pop it. Ooh, lots of aces.
Wow.
Ace of Pentacles. This is new opportunities in work, in health, in finances, in career, maybe even gifts. Like Meg said before, Libra is also gifts and it's associated with Venus, and from friends. Maybe a friend is actually going to gift you something. Maybe you're going to start a project with a friend. Maybe you're going to have a baby. Maybe you're pregnant or somebody close to you is pregnant. Something new and tangible and long-lasting is coming into your life. So an upgrade to your finances, health, wellness, work, career. It's all coming in for you with this Libra full moon. And it's nice because, Libra is in the 11th house, which is like dreams and wishes coming to realization. So if you put out a prayer, if you said, God, please, this is what I need and this is what I want in my life, he is delivering. Special delivery. There you go.
That's nice. And depending on your Saggy placement, the Libra full moon is making a sextile to Sagittarius placements between, I would say, very strong 2 degrees to 22 degrees of Sagittarius. Strong to light sextiles. That's really cool. Okay, Sunny. Thank you for that. Okay. Moving on to our serious, very serious Capricorns. Things are getting serious. Actually, it can be serious. This full moon in Libra is happening in your 10th house, which is the Capricorn ruled house. And Libra, of course, is exalted in Saturn, your planetary ruler. I feel like this is a good time for the Capricorns, the Aquarius, the Scorpios, even though the Scorpios have this full moon in the 12th house. We talked about that in the Scorpio horoscope. This Saturn sextile Pluto that's very strong at the time of this full moon is very positive for those signs. Capricorns, this is really highlighting your work, long-term goals, professional life, your relationship, Libra, to bosses, authority figures, parents, elders as well. There can be breakthroughs happening in those areas. You can be recommitting yourself to a long-term goal, recommitting yourself, or a new commitment even, to something that you want to do professionally. Obligation shifts. We've got the ruler Venus.
Obligation shifts?
Obligation shifts.
Oh, shifts.
Shifts. Yeah. What you're obligated to,
Okay.
shifting. Venus in your 5th in square to Pluto in your 2nd. Those are 2 of the financial houses too. So Capricorns, not a good time to be making major financial decisions or changes to investments. Okay. But I'm actually feeling like there's some kind of breakthrough going on for Capricorns right now, professionally. Can also be reality checks coming in. If there are toxic work situations or unhealthy professional goals, you can definitely be seeing that clearly at this time. Sunny, what do we have for the tarot?
Thanks, guys. Okay, so for Capricorns, full moon in Libra, what is going on?
What's going on? What's going on?
Cappies.
Capricorn.
Capricorn, sun, risings. Oh, I gotta get it. Oh, whoa.
Oh, shit.
We got 2 kings, and Capricorn is the king. Sorry, Leo. Capricorns can also be kings. We got the King of Wands. Fire. This is full creative potential, unleashed, realized, stepping up, obligation shifts, like Meg said, stepping into a higher power or higher position in your day-to-day. Also, this doesn't just have to be like work. This is all aspects of life. This is the King of Wands. So this is all encompassing. This is your confidence, your beliefs, how you feel about yourself, how you feel in your body, your inspiration, what you want to do, how other people see you. People are inspired by you. People want to be around you. People are actually viewing you as very warm, very trustworthy, and very like a force to be reckoned with. And we do have the King of Cups reversed, which is interesting. So this could be a couple things. This could be you stepping out of like a very emotional time, or this could be you actually being honest with yourself on how you feel and giving more energy to your emotional side so that you can be more confident. So maybe there's some suppressed emotion, some things that maybe you're not being honest with yourself or other people about. And once you let that go, you release that, you're stepping into like a new, it's like you've let go of a weight or something. It's like a weight is being lifted off of you, and you don't have to hide anymore either. The King of Cups reverse, it's like, why are you hiding? Why are you lying? Why are you acting like this? Like, you're a very beautiful, trustworthy, capable, accomplished person with a lot of ambition and a lot of energy. And there's no reason for you to hide or to lie or to pretend that you're something that you're not, or to be afraid to actually step into your full power potential. So you're rising up there, Capricorn. Cappies.
You're rising up, Capris. Awesome. Okay, we got 2 more crazy signs up in here. Aquarius. You are having this full moon in Libra in your 9th house. So what is your relationship to foreign people, foreign lands, foreign travel, higher learning, your beliefs? Okay. What beliefs are you holding that might be from somebody else that aren't even yours? Remember, Libra is energy outside of ourselves, other people and other people's stuff. So with this full moon, you guys might have some very strong full moon in Libra, Pluto in Aquarius realizations about whether it's a religion that you grew up in, or maybe you guys, some of you guys have been in a cult, or maybe you guys have been in a really intense relationship where there were beliefs that you took on from an ex-partner or an ex-friend. Those can all be really coming to the surface for healing for you now. Some of you guys might be traveling or thinking of travel, planning a travel to go visit a lover or to go visit like a committed friend. I wouldn't book anything for travel personally at this time. I would wait until that Venus in square to Pluto has eased off until next week, the week of April 7th. Okay, just saying. And you guys are definitely feeling the energy of this full moon very strong because Pluto is in your sign in square to Venus in your fourth house. So there can be, Aquarius, maybe some intense situations, secrets, oversensitivity, triggers with family members in your home environment, feeling like maybe you're not being understood or heard. That can be a very Aquarius theme. You're definitely taking your power back, and this is a full moon to be your authentic self, shine your bright light, and be open to some very deep transformation at this time. Sunny, what do we have for our Aquarians?
Aquarius.
Whoa, Lauren says, I was in a cult for 31 years, just retired, Department of Defense. Wow. That's intense.
Our Aquarius for the full moon in Libra. What is the message for our lovely Aquarians? What do you want them to know? Is this what you want them to know? Oh my God. We got the King of Swords. Well, good news. You are the King of Swords. This is your Aquariusness in its highest potential. So using the, I mean, it is in a trine to you, the full moon, it's in Libra. So knowing how to use your tactfulness, your words for the benefit of yourself and for others, being truthful, being honest. When someone is being silly, when someone is not speaking words of truth, when someone is trying to, I don't know, gain something from lying or being, inauthentic, you use your Aquarius power to say, actually, no. So this is about you just stepping into all the positive aspects of Aquarius. Look at a list of all the positive aspects of Aquarius, all the positive attributes of Aquarius, and embody that this month. That's going to help you really, like, remembering who you are, why you're here, what you're here to do, not being afraid to say the things, the weird things, to be weird, to be honest in a way that maybe not a lot of people are comfortable with. So this is just about you feeling yourself. And would you say the star?
Did I say the star?
I don't know. This is just about you being fully in your power. I'm losing it here. Empowering yourself. I don't know what it's, reinvigorating your power, your confidence, and just like knowing who you are and using all the beautiful skills and gifts that you were given as an Aquarius and really showcasing that.
Nice.
I don't really know if that makes sense.
Being yourself. There's so many kings that have come through and aces that have come through.
I know.
Oh,
we're all stepping up. We're stepping up to the plate.
Oh,
Donald Trump is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Rumble has weird ass comments sometimes. Moving on to Pisces.
That's not nice to Jesus.
Last but not least, Pisces, sun, risings, and moons. Well, woo. Okay, we're ending on an intense note. Pisces are having this full moon in Libra in your 8th house of Scorpio, square Jupiter in the 5th. There's actually a T-square happening this full moon between the sun and the moon, always in an opposition at a full moon time, both in square to Jupiter in your 5th house. So Pisces, this is a great full moon to be doing healing, shadow, transformational work around your relationships, Libra, around your contracts, obligations, and responsibilities. There will be many Pisces maybe going through a separation of a relationship, a separation of a obligation, an ending of an obligation that you've had up until this point. Venus is in square to Pluto. Venus is in your third, in square to Pluto on the 10th, the 12th. This is intense for the Pisces. Okay, so you can be feeling quite emotional, moody, very psychically tuned in. Okay, there can be some secrets in your committed relationships coming to the surface. To bring you clarity, to transform relationships to the next level. You know, Pluto in that 12, Pluto in Aquarius is in your 12th, Pisces. So you want to watch out the next 18 years for hidden enemies. Okay, what's hidden enemies in the 12th versus open enemies in the 7th? Hidden enemies is people that you don't realize don't have your back. Okay, it's the people that you least expect. 7th house, Pluto in the 7th house, is when it's freaking obvious. It's obvious to you that somebody's not good and it's a weird ass relationship. So there can possibly be, with Venus and square to Pluto in your 12th, some shocks with people that you've let in very close to you. Okay. Yes, forgiveness. Yes, compassion. We've got the North Node in your sign. If you've got any placements between 0 to 18 degrees of Pisces, those are, conjunct the North Node in your sign right now. Yes, it's good to forgive, but don't ever forget. Okay, we're two Scorpios. Don't ever forget what people have done to you. Yes, there's second chances, but there's no thirds. Sorry, I don't do thirds. Do you do thirds, Sunny?
I've given thousandths, unfortunately.
And it doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't work. And it was to a Pisces too, or somebody with Pisces. So
So just saying Pisces, I'm feeling that psychically. There may be some situations coming up with this full moon or over the course of the next month and this full moon influence where you're kind of realizing, damn, I've given not just a second, third chance, I've maybe given this person a 5th chance, 6th chance, 7th chance. No.
yeah.
If you're in a situation like that, it's a no.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, there could be, if you are in a relationship, your soulmate, your love partner may be going through something very intense right now, where you may be called upon to be in like a supportive role. People around you, Libra, can be going through 8th house of Scorpio, very intense kind of thing. So you're going through a very big death and rebirth with this full moon. What are you feeling, Sunny?
Cannoli. All right, Pisces. There's a lot. And also Jody, who right there.
Oh, thank you, Jody.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I did see your email, and sometimes I'm slow to respond, but I did see it, and thank you very much, and I will respond to you for sure. Thank you for supporting us. And I'm glad you love the calendar, and I'm glad you love the pendants. Thank you.
Yay.
All right, Pisces, full moon, tarot message. What would you like them to know? Okay. Hold on. I'm not satisfied with that response. I think I was too hasty. Okay, this is it. Because when I was playing with the cards, which is funny because I guess it has kind of Emperor vibes, but when I was playing with the cards while Meg was talking about Pisces, I pulled this 3 times. We got the 10 of Wands. And I like these cards because they can kind of show you a different aspect of the energy. So yeah, the 10 of Wands, it's like you're carrying a lot. You're getting up, you've been carrying a lot, you've been accumulating a lot, you've taken responsibility for a lot, maybe things that have nothing to do with you, things that aren't even yours, things that don't even apply to your life. But it's important to be intentional about the things that you're carrying. It's like, it's asking yourself, why am I carrying this? What is this? Is this mine? Do I need to carry this? I like that the bear is here with the man, and the man is kind of creating like a shield of protection around him. The bear is actually protecting him, and all the things that he's accumulated in his life are things that he actually needs, or lessons that he's actually learned, are the obstacles that he's actually conquered. So Pisces, it might be time to release some of the burdens that really have nothing to do with you. Maybe they're other people's burdens. Maybe maybe it's wounds from other people that you've just adopted because you're so empathetic and so emotionally in tune. Just make sure that the things that you're carrying, the weight that you're carrying, the what's it called? Like the baggage that you have, is actually like intentional. It's actually yours. They're actually your lessons to have learned. It's your karma to have carried and to have experienced. And it's not just like a bunch of worries or old things that really aren't like, they're not tools. Like it's not a tool in your toolbox. It's just kind of like holding you back now. So does that make sense?
That makes sense.
We all have baggage. We all have weight. We all have heaviness from our past, but they're also, like I said, can become strengths, or we can learn what our strengths are through those trials and tribulations. And through it all, like there's a higher purpose through it all, and we are protected and we are loved, and we learn how to create our boundaries, and we learn how to love ourselves, and we learn how to show other people how to respect us when we are intentional about what we're carrying, and not just like taking on everything and kind of being buried in the layers of everything that exists that has nothing to do with you. I'm kind of I can't really talk anymore, but I hope that
it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Well, we've gone through all the 12 signs. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Sunny, for joining me today.
Thanks for inviting me.
And guys, go follow Sunny over on her YouTube channel, Sunny from Pluto, where tomorrow, at what time are you going to do it?
12:30 p.m. EST on Tuesdays, weekly vibe check.
Vibe check, go check it out. And also over on the membership on megmoonbeam.com. Tomorrow, Sunny's going to be doing our monthly tarot scopes for April. So go check that out. And today and tomorrow, March 30th and 31st, are the last 2 days to get discount code New Year. Use that to get 10% off our new Cosmic Alignment Astro Calendar for the natural year. You can also go check Sunny's reading at the link in her link tree in the description box below. Your tarot intuitive crystal reading. Sunny is amazing at what she does. So
Meg is amazing at what she does.
Oh, thank you so much.
Meg is the best astrologer, #1 astrologer in the world. There's going to be astrology awards one day, and she's going to win best female astrologer ever.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Well, love you very much.
Too.
Grateful for our friendship, our Libra friendship. And we will see you guys all very soon. Have a magical full moon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.